Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. It's so good to see you. If you don't know what's going on, you should probably go watch part 1. It has already been uploaded, should it be, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is part 2, so it's gonna get a little interesting. I know the cuts are a little bit weird. I did way more cuts on this one than I did on the first one. Again, I edited down the first one, and you learned on the first one that there were 3 hours and 22 minutes. It is now at 2 hours and 18 after getting rid of the section I edited and posted. Does that mean there's going to be a part 3? Maybe not, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what's going on with the editing, and we'll see what's going on in general. As you know, we chose Chuckles Fun Zone as our new thing. And we decided to do this one because I was kind of begging them to do this one. Also, in the first one, I said that my mom had died, which is the Fox girl. She did, but she used Robux to revive herself. So, that's great. So, in a second, you're about to see the anomaly from this one. It is a clown, as we've all expected. Yeah. It's kind of scary. A little bit scary. But what's scarier is being in a maze and getting attacked out of nowhere from this dude, okay? Scariest thing ever. These are how the clones work, by the way. I don't think I showed it last time. Isn't that cool? By the way, you only get the sushi one if you complete chapter 2 of Scary Sushi, which is fun. I'm actually gonna go ahead and tell you guys some plans for streaming and all that because I literally have nothing else to do. I don't know what to do for this video. I don't want to cut it because then it seems a little bit awkward. I don't want to like speed through it because then it hurts your eyes, but whatever. So now we're gonna talk about plans and what I kind of thinking of doing. So I want to stream Scary Sushi Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and then I want to stream this game, Night Crew, which is going to be fun. I'm hoping to do that, and I'm hoping to play Rainbow Friends Chapter 1 and 2 on stream, and there's a few other things I'm wanting to do on stream, but yeah. I think I'm going to finish these 2 parts, and then I'm going to stream if I want to do this game again, because this is kind of like Dandy's World where you could play a while. You could, it takes me a few hours to get to like floor 20, so on Dandy's. But we're not talking about that here. We're talking about Night Crew, which I think I'm the only one left alive, so I think I'm gonna like get Chuckles to get me, I guess. I don't know. I lied. I found the lore part of this game. For this map, specifically. This is an altar, and that's a weird eye. Come on, me, read the note, 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 read the note. Why am I not reading the note? So I died, and I rushed to get back to lobby and go to database and find it. You can read the altar note, which apparently I'm just not doing. There we go. Alright. So, hello. I can't believe I'm doing this. So you understand, my mom passed away when I was a baby, and my dad's always busy working at Chuckles Fun Zone. He's the manager. So I spend a lot of time alone. I watch a lot of TV, especially Chuckles Playhouse, because my dad has a big collection of old tapes. Chuckles is amazing. He is silly and crazy, but always makes sure to spend time with the people he cares about, unlike my dad. He became my best friend, keeping me company whenever I was alone. We played games together, watched movies, and some nights we'd even sneak into the Fun Zone building. I swear, it felt like he was actually there with me. But then kids at school started teasing me about it, saying I had an imaginary friend. I was so embarrassed I told Chuckles to go away and never come back. He did, and no matter what I do now, he won't reappear. I'm all alone again, and I just want him to come back. But lately, I've been having a weird dream every night. There's this tall, skinny guy with a mask. He says that Chuckles wants to come back, but he's stuck in the imaginary world. To bring him back, I have to perform a ritual. I just need to put 4 objects that remind me of him in an altar with a note explaining what I want. Since this is where we used to play, I took my dad's access card and stuck in here. I placed all of my Chuckles merch around the geometric shape thingy, along with this note. I hope it works. I miss you, Chuckles. I'm sorry. Sam. Whoa, that was longer than the screen time it had. But yeah, that was the entire note off of the altar note, which, yay, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, lore, so I love it. I love lore. I love when people add story to the game and let people figure it out. It's so cool. I'm not going to say any guesses yet because I haven't really done too much. So once I actually do more, I'm probably going to start theorizing with you guys. So I went ahead and skipped to when we were back in the manor because my new mission was to then find every single altar note. That's right. That was my new mission, and that's still my mission now. So that's what we're trying to do. I brought my mom with me, and we're here together, and I got hurt. But it's okay, because I think she had a med kit. I think that's why I'm not cloning myself. Anyway, we decided to go back down there after a little bit, and we just really wanted the altar note. It didn't matter if we died. We wanted the altar note so that we could read it. This game is so cool with the little hidden rooms and everything, but it's so cool. So I then found out that I had to get a red key, so we had to go find the red key, which I was telling Mom about the red key, and then she's like, oh yeah, remember I literally told you about the red key? And then I was like, oh yeah, but whatever, I wasn't listening. I was too excited for the altar note, and I went and got it. Okay, I got her 1 star from that, so that was amazing. I told her to go put some in, and I waited for her because I didn't want to do this without her. You know, spending time, and I just didn't want to go on without her. It kind of felt like a betrayal in my mind. Anyway, so now we're gonna go open the door to the altar, and it's so stupidly cool. Look at this. 40 points. Read the note. Whoever you are, I have made a terrible mistake, but they refuse to let me be. Always asking for something, then complaining when my other work hasn't been finished. It has been so unceasing that I believe it is intended not as an honest delegation of work, but as a way to humiliate me for their pleasure. Just as I was heading back to the cottage last week, 3 hours late due to a leaky pipe, the young Miss Williams, the bored brat, grabbed a glass of juice and threw it to the ground, splashing red on the rug and sending shards of glass flying. Butler, I accidentally made a mess. Please clean it up, she says, smiling. Oh, I lost my mind. Forgot who I was. I went mad. When it subsided, all of them were buried in the graveyard. But even in death, I hear their voices, nagging me. Their voices are never quiet, except while I'm asleep. And even then, I've also had the same dream every night. A masked creature appears and tells me he can reverse what I did, bring them back without memory. I may still be mad, but I cannot take it anymore. So, as the creature requested, I'm placing their most cherished items here at the altar, along with this note explaining what I am asking for. Please help me, I beg you. Sincerely, George P. Farmer, Butler. I'm gonna be honest, probably my favorite note so far. Forget Chuckles and poor sad kid. What is this? There is a murder, and we actually get more. I don't know. We get more about the story. The ghosts, are they the family that were killed and buried? Is that what's going on in here? At Chuckles Fun Zone, I don't really understand where the dad went. But also, there was the eye. But there was also the eye in this one. So it was very interesting for me to theorize about. Because what happened? You know, Chuckles didn't have too much. It just, you know, the boy was sad. And I didn't know really what to do about that. This one, so much more. So much more. I mean, oh my god. It actually tells us who the anomalies are. Not the anomalies, the entities. You're joking, right? The little ghosts that are flying around are probably the family that was murdered. Where's George P. Farmer, though? Where did he go? Did his wish didn't come true? Did he ever come back? What's going on? Anyway, you know, whatever. So, me and my mom got back into the game, and then we decided to try and do the Tomb of Scarab again. Cause again, our mission was to find every single altar note. I think at the end I did get it. You'll see how, cause I'm just now remembering because it's been a while since I recorded it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get this video file off my computer. I have to edit this. I have to record this. I gotta get this off. I gotta get this off. Anyway, you'll see later. I've cut the thing down pretty hard right now, so this is gonna be a pretty short video, but it'll be okay. You'll see what, you know, we do, because we're kind of speedrunning it right now. We're just trying to find the key, and of course we're trying to get anomalies every now and again, but it's like, you know, it's like whatever, because our main goal is the altar note, and we're just hurrying right now, because, you know, that other stuff, out the door, especially considering there's the altar note. We already knew where it was. We just couldn't get it, because you'll see why later, because it's a little interesting, to say the least. As you can see here, you can't be looking at it. You have to have your body faced toward them, which is so interesting. So interesting to me. Super cool though. Super cool though. I do love and hate that mechanic. It's so cool that you actually have to look at them. But it's also super hard, if you know what I mean. Oh, I forgot that they could lunge. So if you're wondering what I'm doing right now I'm trying to find the altar, obviously, but I'm also trying to get to the place where the altar is. So you press that lever, and you go across. It shows you the paths. The paths stay there, so don't worry if you run out of time. I remember that. That was bull. We were basically super worried about the things after that, which, you know, cruel. I told her to move toward me, and she did, but this was so stupid. Anyway, the thing went off, and I was like, I died once because I wasn't paying too good attention, so I went and pulled it again, because it's just straight on the first one. I had the second key, which was so stupid. By the way, all of these 3 doors need a purple key, which was amazing, considering that only one of them had the yellow key, and the yellow key is really useful because you saw the door earlier, it needed yellow key. So basically I was trying to find the yellow key so I could open the door, because it connects to the main spot that has the altar, which freaking crazy. I don't know how else you're supposed to get to the altar any other way, because when you see it, it's crazy. It's crazy. You then have to go here, which I was already at, but you need to explore these little rooms over here, and you need to find the yellow key in them for this side as well, which was honestly amazing. Enjoyed it more than life itself. Hear the sarcasm in my voice. So I have to go find another purple key, but I think my mom had one, so she opened it for me, which was amazing, so that I could find a key, which, as you can see, I didn't find a key. So that was great. I then asked her to just, like, come on, let's go, because, you know, it's not going to be there. We're also staring at the time. We're like, oh, God, what if we don't get this? What if we don't find it? I then went here to see if there was a purple key in one of these rooms that I could steal. But I just ended up stealing tickets. Yeah, that's what I meant by, like, they're in the dimension. So you'll just find the tickets everywhere. There's the timer. We're now panicking. We are panicking because we don't have another purple key. We need another purple key. And then we go out there because we're about to be like, oh my God. And, you know. So then we open this one and we get the second yellow key. Because that's what we need the purple key for. And watch this, guys. Great. Great. It does say watch your step, but I took that personally. I then crawled to the end, thinking it wouldn't let me in, but it did. So I was like, oh my God, I can get in, And then I read the note real fast so that I could read it in the lobby. Yeah, it was great. It was amazing, you guys. Amazing. I was so surprised that it let me do that. And it kind of worked out because the time was running out and we died and got back to the thing before we lost time. So, amazing. Actually, amazing. It worked out perfect. I'll read the note to you while you watch me play this next map. Though, warning, this one is a little bit shorter. It's one of the shortest ones. So let's go. Rewrite it. Retrack. Rewrite this as both a record and an offering. We were sworn to protect the king and queen, chosen by the gods. We failed. They were killed in their sleep by their only son. You came to us in our dreams, 3 nights the same, and showed us the altar, what to place upon it, what words to speak. The only way to atone for this failure is to follow them into death and stand watch over their tombs, as we should have stood watch over their beds. Let no hand disturb what we fail to defend in life. You promised our vigil would never end, but we would guard them forever. We have placed the 4 sacred items as instructed. We laid down our lives willingly. May the gods receive this offering. We will not fail them again. Which I'm guessing they're the little mummy guys that follow us around, which explains why a lot of them are there. And I'm going to be honest, it's really sad. It is really sad. It's also not, because, you know, that's so sweet that they love their king and queen that much, and I think that was actually not a real thing that actually happened, but I think that devotion was real, like in real life, like the people of Egypt. I think it was Egypt. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I do not want to be wrong about someone's culture or what happened. So please tell me if I am. But I think that they did have that devotion to their king and queens. At least I think. That's what I was told, and that's what I've seen. And, you know, I've had knowledge of. So, yeah. So, as you can see, I'm trying to get away from the monster, which I'm actually going to cut to when I'm being chased by the monster again, which is so funny. I have a lockpick in my inventory, which I use so I can get down to this secret area because I thought that this was where they held the altar. I think they did. I can't remember what exactly I found, but again, I was searching really, really hard for the altar stuff. And if you look at my inventory, like, I have junk stuff and I can't get it out of my inventory. I think we died here. So in there, you can see that we had to unlock it with a red badge. And, I'm pretty sure that's where the altar is since it's all blacked out. But spoilers, we did not get to go in there. I am so sorry. So we were kind of panicking because we had 2 minutes where we're like, okay, we can find it. We can find it. We got this. We got this. We didn't. We, I think, died or ran out of time eventually. It was really rough. This is one of the only ones that I need to find the altar note for. The only other one is a map I haven't even been to or had the option to go to, and I think it's the last map that you go to after you do all your signals and all the dimensions that you can get right now. One thing I do hope that we get in the future is more maps, but I also understand if we don't. It's really good as it is now. Like, I love this game. I did go to their Roblox community and was like, like, let's see if they've, like, talked about anything that they're gonna do with it. They did say to report any bugs, and I don't think there was many bugs that I really encountered. There wasn't really any that I saw, and so I might just be lucky. This might have just been, like, a lucky run, but it was, nice. I'm pretty sure this game is still in pretty early access or like in beta, so I don't think it's like the full release. I think that's the last thing I read about it. But so far it's going great, and even if this is like the finished, it is great. A lot of people are like chapter 3 on Scary Sushi, chapter 3 on Scary Sushi still on their chat stuff, and I'm like, I would love that, but I also understand that there's nothing you could really do after chapter 2. Like, the only thing that you would do or could do would be a follow-up with what we're doing with our lives. Because if you think about it, our character would be quote unquote like they would have PTSD. Not quote unquote. They would have probably PTSD. And I don't think the character that worked as a chef is working as an agent here. We are able to work as an agent, but we're actually working as the people that helped the chefs in chapter 1 and chapter 2 escape. And I don't think the chefs are working as the agents. So I think this is kind of like, it's super weird. This is like, this is after the chefs, obviously, because it says it's during the intro, because, not the intro, but when you walk in, you have a chance to go through the lobby and see like this little story part that they made. Amazing. I do recommend doing that before you play the game. It was featured in part 1. Again, if you haven't watched part 1, please go watch part 1 or play the game yourself. It's amazing. But they did say that like after a team of chefs, we were able to like get control of it, but all these anomalies and entities went crazy. So that's great. Now, I do have some stuff, like if they did do chapter 3 for Scary Sushi, obviously it's welcome, but the most that I think they could do, like for a concept, would be us trying to move on with our life, and maybe like a weird hallucination game, like where we hallucinate the stuff or something. I don't know, tell me what you think. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!